This video is brought to you by our friends at Mantis Sleep. You can go and get your Mantis Sleep purchase, getting a sleep mask. There's all sorts of them. You can use my promo code JKBogan to get 10% off your purchase. Sleep masks are great. If you're having a hard time sleeping, definitely invest in one. I highly recommend it. Not only do they have just a regular one, they have a weighted one, they have ones with steam and cooling eye cups, and they have one that can connect to your phone. Go ahead, check out Mantis Sleep. Link is in the description below. Use promo code again, JKBogan, to get your 10% off. Now back to the video. So the Rams are meeting with Chop Robinson. How about that? Before we dive into this, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And of course, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan. Now let's dive into it. So folks, my number one edge defender in this class is meeting with the Rams. And not only that, the Rams do have the 19th overall pick. What does this mean? But most importantly here, and this is a big deal, the Rams are going to Happy Valley. They're meeting with Chop Robinson of Penn State at Penn State. So, or around Penn State. I don't know. It's going to be a private visit. They're flying out. It's going to happen. If you're watching this, it's happening today, essentially. Recorded this on Wednesday, but you'll be seeing it Thursday. So what does this mean? This is not news to just blow off. And shout out to Jordan Schultz, my buddy over there, Bleacher Report, reporting this thing. Look, there hasn't been a lot on the Rams. I don't have to be the first person to tell you that, and I'm definitely not going to be the only person to tell you that. The Rams really haven't gotten a lot out of the building. Not a lot has left the building. I mean, really, we talked Troy Fatanu, from Washington, Pro Day. We heard that he had a private meeting, like a dinner, I believe. So there's been very limited out there. The fact that this came out, you can look at this different ways. Now, I know some will say this is a clear and obvious smokescreen. Why would you tell everyone when you're sitting at 19 and you're at the mercy of people picking ahead of you and teams picking ahead of you, even teams picking behind you that now can trade up? Why would you let everyone know that you're this interested in Chop Robinson? Well, let's be honest here. You're not spending money, all that money of the companies, to travel out across the country to meet with Chop Robinson. That's just not occurring. You're not going to waste your time doing that just to smokescreen. And you know why it's not going to matter? Because everyone else is doing this stuff. Sure, could smokescreens happen when you bring guys into your facility and you leak it? Yes. Going and meeting a guy cross-country? No, not a week before the draft. So this is the first big news to come out. Now, of course, the blowback or the clapback there would be like, well, Jake, not anything has come out. And things that leave the building, typically the Rams want to leave the building. That's not necessarily true, but okay. Well, let me ask you this, okay? If you're sitting there wondering, does Chop Robinson go at 19? Do you really think the Rams, right a week before the draft, they're going to meet with a first-round talent if they don't even consider picking him at 19? There's a chance that he's the Taylor Rapp of this draft. And what I mean by that is, remember, it wasn't that long ago, the Rams in 2019, the last time they had a first-round pick going into the draft, because people forget about that, and it is misreported. 2016 was not the first time they had the last time they had a first-round pick. It was 2019, actually, and they traded out of it. They were at pick 31. They traded out, and they ended up taking Taylor Rapp, safety out of Washington, guy that they had targeted, they really liked, so much so, Les Snead said that if they weren't able to trade down with the Falcons, they were fine taking Taylor Rapp at 31. So, with that said, I don't think they're meeting with him if they're not okay picking him at 19, let alone, trading down and picking him. If you fall in love with a player, you're really running the risk of getting them if you're trading down. But I could see the Rams doing it. I could also see them trading up. They met with Rome Odunze at the Combine. Now, he was there, so it makes it easy, right? But still worth mentioning. There's other guys that have been rumored to have met with them, but it's gotten harder to find information, especially with the Rams, on who they're meeting with. I like that because, to be honest with you, I'd rather not know. As much as I'd love to be able to tell you guys, because that's the frustrating thing, I'd love to inform you guys, I'm okay not knowing if it's going to help them draft better and hold teams, back, essentially. Oh, I don't know who they're going to pick. I like that. I can't hate on that. So, with that said, the Rams need an edge defender. Everyone knows that. So why Chop? Why not Leatu Latu? Why not Jared Verse? I've actually seen a lot of people asking me, well, I've not seen them asking me. I've had a lot of people asking me, Jake, how come Jared Verse in my mock drafts are going, he's going past the 15th pick, but the Bears are meeting with him? But the Cardinals and all these teams are interested in him. Why is that the case? Well, mock drafts in reality, again, mock drafts, cool tool and everything. Love the idea that in 2024, you can create a mock draft in a minute if you really want to, with a simulator. We didn't always have that. So if you're new to the mock draft game, welcome. We used to actually have to make those by hand, and there was no simulator. You just kind of looked at your board and tried to make it, there was no simulator, though. So that's new, or at least I believe that's new. FanSpeak, I think, was the first, and I want to say that was probably, I don't know, they've been around for a minute. So maybe 2016 they had FanSpeak, but they were the only ones. So yeah, that's worth noting. Anyway, my point, we like that, but if drafts, when the draft happens, if it tells us anything in the past, is that these mock draft machines are nice and the simulators are nice and all. But if you're sitting there assuming this guy's going to go here and here based on a simulator, you're going to be shocked on draft day. There are probably guys I'm totally missing on, like J.C. Latham. I see people having him late in the first. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes in the top 10. NFL Network has him as their top tackle from what I've seen. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There are guys like that. There are guys like that you'll be like, wait, this is a reach. He wasn't a first rounder. Yeah, mock drafts aren't everything. So, with that said, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because Chop Robinson, according to PFF, is a second rounder, right? That's their grade. They have Adisa Isaac ahead of him. Chop Robinson will not go in the second round. I'm telling you that right now. He's not going to fall to the second round. The Rams know that. If he did, he wouldn't fall to 52. So, what does this mean? Well, it means the Rams are really interested in taking an edge defender. They have an insurance policy in case, for whatever reason, they have a higher grade on Latu or Verse. I think Verse is a perfect fit for them, but I prefer Chop Robinson, who I have a higher grade on, although I'm very high in Verse. I really like Latu, but I think with Terrell Lewis and Todd Gurley's injuries, drafting players with pre-existing injuries, it hasn't gone as super well for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go that direction. So, Chop Robinson, why? He had, 4 sacks? Why be interested? Well, if you haven't already checked out my video, and please do yourself a favor after this, I'm going to link the video in the ending screen. I broke down Chop Robinson's game, why I believe he's the best edge defender in the draft. And by the way, I didn't think that was going to happen. I kind of declared Latu the best before I even looked at Chop. And then I actually ended up putting Verse ahead of him. Anyway, long story short, Chop is the best edge defender in this class. And what we're trying to do when we're scouting players and trying to grade players is our job is not to find the guys that are best fit for here and now. Our job as talent evaluators, if you are one, is to find the guys that are most likely to project to the next level, okay? And when you come and you look at Chop Robinson on film, You see a guy who, yeah, he's not getting a ton of sacks, and Latu's getting way more. Latu's older. Latu's more experienced. Latu was actually used as a starter. So I would assume going into the league, Latu is probably going to have a higher floor, right? Chop, 1-year starter, transferred from Maryland, and this is somebody that was in a weird rotation at Penn State alongside Adisa Isaac, who'll probably go in the second round. The point I'm making here is that with this pick, this would be, if the Rams went this direction, this would be them seeing the bigger picture. Byron Young is going to be 26 years old, okay, this year. 26 in his second season. They see going out, if they go out and get Robinson, they find the value in his first step, his ultra athletic traits. Guy ran a 4.48, which is crazy. Okay, he's the most explosive first step in the draft. Like, no one else has anything close to his. So you go out and you get him, but you have him at age 21, and you can build him the way you want. Like, he's not a perfect prospect. He's a little green. At the same time, I think he's the best in the draft because he offers more than any of the other edge defenders. He's the best edge defending prospect in the draft. I would probably say he's a top 15 pick. Guaranteed. Like, that's what he's worth. If he goes to 19, if he falls to 19, I think the Rams might have to take him. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? Because I see on Twitter, and again, not everyone on YouTube has Twitter, and for that I say, for some of you, through your sake, thank God, it can be brutal on there. But what I've seen on Twitter is people aren't very happy. And I know there's a lot of Rams fans that are in LA, and there's a lot of Rams fans that are UCLA fans, and they're not happy to see another edge defender meeting with the Rams. To be honest with you, I like Latu, but I think Chop is the better investment. He's younger. He has a higher ceiling. He's somebody who can work right away, but keep in mind, they brought back Hoyt. They have Byron Young. Those are two guys that started for them last year. They invested in draft picks last year. They invested in 3 edge defenders, actually. 6th round, O'Shawn Mathis. The 5th round, Nick Hampton. And I look at those two, and I'm like, I like what they're doing. If they go out and get Chop Robinson, now they feel good about what they have. But this is to go out and get a guy that they're willing to wait on. If he's not ready to start right away, that's okay. They're willing to develop him. And they feel like getting a 5th-year option on this guy, he could end up being a franchise cornerstone piece. And to be honest with you, I totally see it. This is somebody who I think has 17 sack potential. Okay, I think he has the potential to be like Hassan Reddick. I think he looks very similar to Carl Lawson the year he went off before he hit free agency with the Bengals. That's how I feel about Chop. But I also feel like he's got this explosion right off the snap that the Rams are going to be missing with Aaron Donald that they can add with Chop Robinson. So, again, I think this makes a lot of sense. I'm definitely not going to hate on it. Okay. And cross country, this is one of my favorite players in the draft. I'd be over the moon if they drafted him at 19. And if they traded down and got him, good Lord. But they might be even trading up to get him because, again, he's got elite traits. He might not have the production, but not everybody's looking at that. The college production. They're looking at just the film. The film speaks for itself. Definitely a first-round talent. But again, I'm curious to find out what you guys think. Throw it in the comments section. Let me know. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I got to get on these videos. So just be aware. You might start seeing a flurry of videos come out. I am in the process of packing to get ready to move in 2 weeks here. Now under 2 weeks. When you watch this. I'm in the process of doing that. I'm in the process of running my Yankees channel. I'm in the process of running my NFL channel. I'm in the process of doing draft content. And now I'm in the process of doing Rams content. So the point is that I've been very busy, but I haven't forgot about this channel and I never will. So yeah, you're probably going to see a lot of videos coming out from here in the draft. We have a week left. I mean, essentially, this is a week left. Next week, it'll be me and Alexis, and you guys will hopefully enjoy it. But me and Alexis will be doing 3 straight days of live draft coverage. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Later, folks. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.